Star Trek The Next Generation on Blu-ray, Season 1. This is day 19 of 30 of my 30 days of Star Trek reviews, and this episode is called When the Bough Breaks, and it made me mad. Alright, so as you know, this Galaxy-class starship is just full of children, and sometimes this happens in the hallways.
What's your hurry, Harry?
He slammed into him pretty good.
Sorry, Commander. I was just...
Harry!
I'm sorry if he bothered you.
No bother, Dr. Bernard.
I'm not going back.
What?
I hate that teacher and I hate calculus.
Everyone needs an understanding of basic calculus, whether they like it or not.
Why?
Alright, so I really can relate with Harry on that because I do not like calculus, and I struggled with calculus in high school. It wasn't until college going over calculus that I had a teacher that explained what he just asked, which is why. I had a teacher in college explain why calculus is needed, none of which is applicable to my life, but he explained what the equations mean and what industries and technologies use them. It actually made me be able to do the calculus, but I still think it's icky, so I can commiserate with young Nesbit there. So the Enterprise comes across this legendary planet that has had a cloak over it as well as a shield around it, and the legends are that they advanced so far in technology that they could give all their work away to computers or something. Very, very classic Star Trek. We've seen this plot a whole bunch of times. But then they can spend all their time on like art and music and culture development. And so it's like they just found like the lost city of Atlantis or something. So they're really excited to find this secret legendary planet. And also look at that shot. This is awesome. All right, one of the things that I love about this show in HD, and I hope one day 4K, is all the details of the set and the costumes and everything, but also some of the mistakes and things they don't want you to see. Check out the awful carpet seam at the bottom of the little loopy thing. Right, I'll point it out. Look at it. Ah, it's so bad right there.
Number one, assemble the awaiting.
That's a bad carpet
For
seam.
your arrival, Commander Reich.
Also, check out this girl. You recognize her?
How do you know your name?
She is from Starship Troopers. She is the captain of the Roger Young, I think Starship Troopers, the movie. She's the captain of the Roger Young, and she has a horrible graphic death in that movie. But look, here she is, about to do some bad stuff. So these guys on this secret, sneaky Atlantis planet decide to ask the Enterprise for some of their children, because it's a family ship, right? And they're like, no, you can't have our kids. And so then they resort to this. She pushes her secret button, sends these guys away.
Still no response, sir.
Uh-oh.
Wesley.
It's like a creepy kidnapping montage. Tribble. See the tribble? Alright. So it's actually pretty awful. And during this part, like, I know it's just like a show, but I was actually like getting really upset because they're just like taking these kids away. And it's just thinking about it. It's really upsetting, which is actually the point of the episode. You're supposed to feel that part, but they were getting me. So in every single episode, when the ship is in any kind of danger, and it's like getting rocked around and sparks are shooting out, and there's like people boarding their ship or aliens invading or their ship's getting thrown and shaked and popped and holes cut in the hull, I'm like, oh my gosh, are there like kids dying and getting concussions and stuff right now? And ultimately, the answer I give myself is the answer that Beverly is about to give 80s hair here, which is this.
And the other children, Captain. How are you getting them back?
Toya, sit down. Don't give in to fear.
Right here.
Now, we all knew what the risks were when we signed on, and that's the choice we made. Now, Captain Picard will do everything possible to bring our children back.
So it comes to that where it's just like, okay, whether you're a school teacher or a sculptor or a planter or a lower enlisted person or whoever you are on the ship, you know that you're going into space, and there's been like, they have Star Trek, they have the historical recordings of Galaxy Quest to watch, so they know what's happening out in space. So I feel like they're kind of well informed. I mean, there's been wars at this point, so with spaceships, so I think they know what they're doing. But I guess the sad thing is the kids don't get to make that choice, and so then they're in scary space, getting scary kidnapped and scary shook around in battles and stuff. Real quick, forgive my eyes, they're very red. I had laser eye surgery months ago at this point, but I'm still pretty seriously dry, so just forgive that. It's not drugs, I swear. So meanwhile, down on the planet, all the kids are down there, and they're doing this, they're like assigning out the kids to these different families, and it's so creepy. And I just kept getting more and more mad during this episode at these kidnappers and how they're acting. And they're just like, no, it's good, like this is for your own good, we're gonna develop you, like you're gonna love this, you're gonna learn to love this. And then they're telling Wesley, they're like, you have to tell the other kids that this is okay. And it was just making me so mad. And I was just thinking of like Elizabeth Smart and just the different kidnappings. Now obviously this is like a super PG rated TV show, so it doesn't even approach her situation, but it just made me so mad. And this part is part of it right here. We just have these
We already have families.
gentle-faced kidnappers.
Does Captain Picard know you're doing this?
We keep nothing from him.
See, look, he's just like, oh, we're innocent, we're good. Handing off kids, they play
We've been
this.
waiting for you so long.
Like, what is this music?
We are artists, just like you. We see within you the potential.
So, I mean, they definitely cast some creepy Fs to play these people. So they're like, you're gonna be an artist, we're gonna do this. And it's playing this, like, kind of touching music. And it's like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but so these people are clearly happy and touched to have this kid. Like, they clearly are. And I don't know how much their leader told them. Like, if he was like, oh yeah, we made an exchange, we gave them the knowledge that's going to set them thousands of years into the future, and so they're happy to give their kids away, or if they know that they've kidnapped all these kids. Because, like, if they don't know it, they're just like, yeah, we bought this kid, great, right? But if they do know that these are kidnapped kids, it just makes them so much creepier and so much like more evil, even though they have good intentions to bring out the artist of the kid. All right, so here is the custodian. This is the name of their computer that basically runs their whole society, that's turned them into artists that don't know how to do anything for themselves.
What does that mean?
You may ask any questions you wish.
Thank you. Duana, what does the custodian do?
It frees us from all burden. It takes care of all our needs. It regulates our lives.
Who built it?
What is it? What do you want? This is Loki. He's very aptly named. What do you need, bud? Come on, seriously, what do you want? Daddy's busy. Go bother someone else. All right, I opened some tuna earlier, and he might be trying to find it, telling me to surrender the tuna. Anyway, so the custodian is the computer that runs their society, and this is a very... So a lot of the themes that come up in Next Generation have been done in the original series, so they're kind of variations on a theme at this point, which they're still enjoyable, but this is yet another society that's turned over their lives to computers, basically. It's not just common in Star Trek, it's common in like all sci-fi. Like in Dune, they they've forbidden any computers to do any thinking for humans because that led to trouble, right? Now, if only we had Kirk here to talk the computer into exploding itself, he would fix everything. So I was actually really happy with this next kind of set of scenes where it's showing the kids not happy with their captors, their new families that they've been assigned to. First of all, I want one of those. I feel like that would entertain my kids for hours. But look at this. So this
That's
is
beautiful.
this is the foremost musician on the planet.
Now, play something happier.
It's not the way I feel.
Oh, burn! You feeling guilty now, creepoid? Okay, so yeah, it goes through and shows all these different kids, and you just see their faces, and they're just... So at first they were like, oh, these people are being so welcoming, this is kind of exciting. But now these kids are just super sad because they've been kidnapped. And I like that you're seeing these people start to realize it. And yeah, they're, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to just get away with this kid heist, and they're not getting the joy that they want out of it. And that makes me happy because I know it's totally fiction, but it's actually a huge problem in real life. So maybe that's why I was getting so mad during this episode. Okay, forgive me, but I totally don't remember if I already said this or if I just thought it really hard. I think I just thought it really hard. So Wesley, is the leader. He's the leader that they named the leader. These people named the leader, but also he's the oldest kid and he's the most responsible. So when I was little, I don't know why, but I did not like Wesley. He bothered me so much, and maybe some other adult peers will criticize me for this, but upon rewatching this show, and maybe because I have kids or whatever, because I feel like my 7-year-old is super ridiculously smart, maybe he would be Wesley, I don't know. But I like Wesley at this point. Yeah, I think he actually does a lot of good. But this part right here is really cool, where it's like if you look at the information about if you're a POW, like how to not take any special favors and how to still have a chain of command and resist at all costs, these guys are resisting. Like this little girl wants to eat, but Wesley's like, nope, we're not eating because this is our way to resist. So I love that he's leading these kids. And I don't know if my phone's just being skippy with the refresh rate or if just the playback is being skippy, but hopefully you can still hear it. So all the kids get rescued, and we find out that the reason the people couldn't have kids is because of some radiation poisoning, which the Enterprise can help reverse. And I like this kind of closing off that calculus conversation from earlier.
You can be anything you want, Harry. Anything. But you still have to take calculus.
Haha!
Thanks, Dad.
What? A dad telling their kid they have to do something kind of hard on a TV
It
show?
worked well, sir.
How's that
We've
allowed now?
successfully
Not
reseeded the
now.
ozone layer.
This is the 80s.
But for their atmosphere to maintain...
Okay, so Beverly Crusher just walked in and announced that the cure is working. People are going to be able to have kids. This is awesome. But listen to this line that Troy says. This makes me go absolutely bonkers. This is not a good line.
And we know they'll make good parents.
And we know they'll make good parents? These people that were okay kidnapping other people's kids, just super okay with it. Oh, they'll make great parents. Just like slap on the wrist. Okay, you go be good parent. No, they're not going to be good parents, because what other darkness are they going to turn to if they're willing to immediately go to human trafficking to settle their needs? My goodness. I want to hope in my heart that Marina, is that how you say her name? Sirtis, the actress that plays Troy, acknowledged that that's a horrible line right there. Okay, so because human trafficking and kidnapping is actually a huge deal, I'm going to show you a couple resources. Okay, right here. So this is like a kidnapping hotline. Okay, and then this one is more human trafficking related, which is happening everywhere. It's not just in other countries kind of a thing. All right, well, thank you for watching. This has been day 19 of 30 of my 30 days of Star Trek reviews. So this is season 1 on Blu-ray, the absolute best way to watch it. This episode's super okay. I enjoyed it, even though it just made me mad the whole time. Just these smiley face evil kidnappers, and then also Troy's line at the end. Come on, man. I'm glad they could heal them and they could have their own kids, but what creeps. Just trying to just mold these kids into their own family and trying to make Wesley tell them it's okay. So the episode was all right because it's the end. I love watching Picard fearlessly just be like, we are getting these kids back. Like I really liked watching that. And again, it's like, this is a dangerous ship. There's kids on here. I just don't know if it's a good idea to have kids on Starship, but I do like But I like the benefit side where these people can get off work and be with their family. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Don't be a quiet watcher if you've been watching this. Let me know what you think. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.